Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Oh, welcome to my Asshole Podcast. It is not Sunday, it is Monday.
It is, yeah. It is Monday.
It is Monday. Oh, man. It is all good, though. This episode is going to come out on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Hey, you know, I had talked about it earlier in the week. We had got banned on TikTok for a few days. But that's cool. It ain't going to stop us. All right? It ain't going to stop us. They were mad. You know, they said we had hate speech, apparently. I didn't know, you know, that talking about intersexual dynamics and relationships, you know, got them so mad.
If anything, I think it promotes love, you know, because we care enough to have these conversations.
And that's exactly what I was saying. I mean, like, I talked about it on Tuesday's episode. I kind of opened up Tuesday's episode talking about, you know, it's important for us to have these conversations because it's the reason why, like, we're so divided in dating today, and it being able to have these conversations and talk about it and having like different perspectives and just, you know, coming together and just talking about it. It's good, but I don't know. Maybe we come about it too harshly. I don't know. I was so surprised with that, how they would go that far to just be like, because they cut the live stream right in the middle. It wasn't like they just let it finish. No, it was like, wham, pew, pew, shut it down, do the shut it down. Like, we are not having this. Yeah. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's all good. That ain't gonna stop us. That ain't gonna stop us at all. We are back. We doing our thing. We're gonna be going over to some crazy videos. We're gonna be talking about some crazy topics. And yeah, man, you ready to get into this?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
All right, let's fucking get into this shit. This first video I saw, I was just like, bruh, it was absolutely insanity to me. And this is what I mean by, like, dudes nowadays, they literally have no self-respect for themselves when it comes to women. They just don't. They don't have self-respect for themselves at all. And this video perfectly encompasses the reason why. All right, let's get into it.
What's up?
Wait, whoa.
What size is it?
No. That's crazy, yo.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you might be in my group chat. I'm good friends with him.
Mate, it's done.
What's done?
It never began, brother.
What?
Come on, dude. Come on.
You gotta see this.
Come on, dude. Come on, grow a pair of balls. What the fuck is wrong with you?
He's got some. I just picked them earlier today.
You don't got shit, dude. What the fuck is wrong with this
They're
guy?
swollen. They're like this big right
Listen, I don't like to come up and be a dick. Like, that's not my thing, but, like, I'm just giving you real advice. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Alright, actually, yeah. Y'all just have a conversation. I want to hear it.
I mean, my balls are hers, so whatever she wants to do with them, it's for her to do it.
Jesus Christ.
I mean this in the most genuine way, like, in a helpful manner. Man the fuck up, dude. Come on, you can't be doing this shit.
I mean, I'm into making her happy.
It really does make me sad, like, in 2026, to see men just failing this miserably.
I
feel bad for our generation
of
of
you
men.
being my goddess and making her happy.
No, dude, it really does make me sad.
Do you have a significant other?
I do.
Wouldn't you do anything for her?
Brother.
This is what I'm doing for my
It
goddess.
can't be real.
No, it makes him enjoy himself.
Yeah, I enjoy making my goddess happy.
I hope you figure yourself out, and I pray for you, man. I really do hope you figure it out. Like,
All right, man. What do you think about that fucking train wreck of a video, dude?
Jesus.
This is what I talk about, bro. This is what I talk about when I say that dudes have no self-respect. Like, people got at me in the comments about the whole, when we did that video where old girl was just like, oh yeah, I had asked dude for $5 and he gave me $5. I had asked dude to buy me pizza and he bought me pizza or bought me tacos or whatever. And I was just like, dudes have no fucking self-respect for themselves. And these dudes in the comments were literally sitting there like, oh, well, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to just be assholes and be mean? And no, bro, you have self-respect. You have self-respect for yourself. You don't just give her $5. You have self-respect for yourself. You don't just buy her shit because she asked you. Like, you don't just do shit. But see, I get it, though. I know why he's doing that. He looks at it like, I am never going to get a girl this hot ever in my entire life. And the thing is, you know, Clav is walking up to him. He knows, he sees where this is going to go. Where this relationship is going to go is she is just doing this because, for one, she knows she can. Two, I guarantee you she's an OnlyFans thought, and she just looks at it like, oh, you know, I can't get like a higher status dude to date me, so I'm just gonna like date a guy that is just willing to falling all over me. But the moment she finds a guy that she deems better, she's gonna immediately just be like, oh dude, get the fuck out of the house. Like, my boyfriend is over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, and you're gonna be sitting there just looking stupid like, oh well, oh, okay, all right. While she goes getting smashed by some other dude. It's like, bro, what are you doing? And then what? Then what do you have? Your queen is gone. She's getting smashed by a dude that she actually likes, that she actually wants to be with. Like, bro, you're just there for like decoration. You're just there for the time being. And that's what he's talking about, where he's just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, it's over. Like, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, the point stands too. It's like he said, and I think what people really misunderstand is like, you can absolutely do what you want in life, and I mean, no one can stop you, but all actions have consequences, and that's what we're getting at, is like, if you start to do this rhetoric of, oh, like, I'll do whatever makes me happy, and if what makes you happy is this bullshit of like pandering to women or pandering to people in general, right? Not respecting yourself. I mean, like he was doing, right? Like, guarantee, like he said, right? He's never, this is probably not a habitual thing for him where he's like going around and being on a dog leash for every woman. You know?
100%.
And so he's there like, oh, like I finally got a girl this hot to fucking, like put me on a leash, and like, you know, this is the only way I can keep her, and I'm doing anything to make her happy, right? But it's like he said, right now, and it's very like seasonal in a way, right? Right now, she's in this season in her life where she's like, I want to make men feel small. Like, I felt small for a while. Like, I'm just going to do this, and, you know, this is going to be my entertainment, right? But then when some high status man, I don't know if it'll actually happen, but like he said, the moment one chooses, like, hey, you know what? I'm actually interested in you. She's going to start to feel small again and be like, oh shit, I don't have to think anymore. Yeah, go do something else. You shove him away, throw him fucking to the side, right? And then he's gonna be like, but you were my queen, and she's like, yeah, well, I mean, you lose, fucking idiot,
right? Like, you were my queen. I will do anything for you. He's gonna be on his hands and knees. And you know the crazy part about it is that affluent man that you mentioned, he is just gonna fucking chuck her.
Yeah,
he's gonna smash and be like, all right, peace. He's not going to care about her, and she's going to think, oh, yeah, this is my guy, and he chose me, and he wants to be with me, and he loves me, and this and that. Nah, bro, that nigga's going to be there to smash, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, bro, it's bad. It's absolutely bad, bro.
Yeah.
It is terrible.
And that's the thing, right? He's saying, like, my goddess, my queen, whatever, right? And, like, he thinks that's, like, a term of endearment, but she's looking at it as, like, I'm the queen, you're the jester. You know what I mean? You're the peasant.
You're not even a king beside my side or anything like that. You are not even on my level. You're just here for entertainment.
She may pander a little bit, you know. That's why she probably mentioned like she mentioned in there that I guess they fucking probably have relations or something, you know. Like she was like, his balls are mine and I take care of them or whatever, right? Whatever she fucking said. But like, you know, that's like her like keep like dangling the carrot, if you will. You know what I mean? Like the fucking that dude's like, oh yeah, like I'm getting this carrot dangled in front of me, and I'm also making her happy, so I'm content with life. And you know, to him asking like Clav, like, oh, like wouldn't you do anything for your significant other? And Clav stayed quiet because that
he knows I wouldn't do shit for her.
No, yeah,
she
exactly.
does stuff for me.
It's not. it's a dumb mentality to think like, yeah, I'll just do anything to make her happy.
Exactly.
Because what kind of person does that? It's not the king that's in power with his queen that does that shit. It's the jester or the peasant that's like doing shit like that for women. You know what I mean? So it's like you said, you know, there's people in the comments like, well, just, you know, he's doing what makes him happy. And it's like, yeah, but it also has, one, consequences for the rest of us, and two, most importantly, consequences for him. Right, he just doesn't see it coming yet.
Yeah,
you know?
and he's definitely in that situation of like, oh, it's not happening right now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's going to get to that point where she's shooing you out of the mansion, like, get the fuck out. And I already know this girl is an OnlyFans type chick, and the reason I know that is because I guarantee you she's the type where she's just, like, sex is a commodity to her.
Yeah.
You know, she kind of looks at it like, sex is a bargaining chip, sex is something I can just use. It lacks emotion, it lacks anything deeper than just like here is sex and then I get an exchange of what I want.
Yeah, it's performative.
Yeah,
you know?
Like she doesn't see that. She doesn't see sex as anything else but that. Yeah. Okay, so this next one, before I show the clip, I want to show our clip of me talking about nice girls, them finishing last because of their friends. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to show the clip. I'll show our clip, and then I'm going to show a clip perfectly talking exactly about what I am saying to a T perfectly.
Nice.
So we're going to go right on into it right now. All right, so here's our clip, and then I'll show the clip.
Saying, like, nice guys finish last. I've always heard that. It's the same with females. Like, the good girls finish last. We're not the ones men pick, because we don't care about what you got in your pants or your pocket. Like, we want you for you. Like, you want the girls that'll spin around and jump up and down on you and steal all your money, but you don't want a good girl that's going to help you grow. Thanks.
All right, what do you think on? I do think nice girls finish last. And you want to know why? Nice girls finish last because of their fucking friends. All right? Their friends. This woman right here, I truly believe that she is a good woman. I believe that she's the type of woman that will love you for you and be there for you and support you and all that kind of stuff. She looks at it like, if my man can't, you know, pick up this bill or whatever, I got you, baby. Don't worry about it. If we're in a struggling time, don't worry. I'll work a little extra and we're going to get together and we're going to work this out. Like, I truly believe that she is that type of woman. But this is the caveat, and this is why nice girls finish last. Their friends will sit there and be like, girl, you're sitting there paying a bill for him? Oh, I would never. Girl, you're doing that for your man? Why? He shouldn't be doing that. Oh, why the hell would you even think to do that? He should be doing this. He should be doing that. And then it gets in her head and she's just like, oh my God, like, it is what I'm doing wrong is like they're literally shaming her out of being a good woman for her man. And so then she gets all these convoluted and shitty fucking thoughts about her own guy that she loves, respects, and admires. She gets all that muddied up by her shitty ass single friends. And then what does she do? She goes and breaks up with that guy. She gets with a guy that they deem is good, and that guy is beating her, harassing her, shitty to her, and she's just thinking to herself like, what the fuck? Like, no, like, I'm such a great girl. Why is he treating me like shit? Like, you guys said that this guy was good for me. What the hell? I think that's why good girls finish last. All right. So, then we're going to see this video.
Excuse me. I just wanted to let you know you're beautiful, and I wanted to give you this. You're gorgeous.
She don't want that shit, bro. Oh, hell nah.
Bro.
She does not want that.
Bro, that was rude as hell.
I want it.
She just said she wanted it, though.
No, I want that shit. Give her my rose back.
Come on, why y'all gotta do that? That's
Okay.
your friends are fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. No, y'all are assholes, bro. Excuse.
Huh. Would you look at that, Rig 4?
Right.
Would you look at that?
Shocking.
Yeah. A nice girl. And what did her friends do? They fucking threw the rose. When she looked at a guy and was like, wow, this guy seems really nice. This guy is approaching me and he wants to have a conversation with me. I'm interested. But what did her friends do? What did her friends do? Her friends sat there, convoluted her mind into believing that she didn't want this guy, and probably are like, oh, no, you don't want this, do you? You're going to want this. So that's what I'm trying to get at when I sit there and I say that nice girls, yes, they do finish last because of their fucking friends. Their fucking friends. Like, vindicated, bitch.
I mean, it's the truth, you know? You see shit like this happen, and, like, even if the man was like, oh, you know what, like, I'm just going to push past the friends and say fuck them because she was really interested, right? Say they move past that. You got to cut your friends off because at that point, you understand, you've seen it firsthand that they're vindictive. You know?
100%.
They're not good for you, right?
Yeah.
And if you stay friends with them, they're just still gonna continue to spread that jealous hater bullshit until you do end up breaking up with them,
Yeah.
right? And if you think I'm lying, the idea of social proof stands so heavy in this that most people don't even realize how strong it really plays into relationships, right? We know, right? But the idea is people kind of overlook it, where it's like, if I walked up, or if even the Rig 4 walked up, or whoever walked up to a group of females, the dude that makes all of them laugh versus just her laugh and all the other friends hate him, the success rate for that relationship in general is going to be a lot higher with the dude that makes everyone laugh, because she immediately gets way more endorphins, way more like feelings attached with the interaction when her friends are approving, versus on the other end of like, okay, I still may be attracted to him, but my friends don't like him.
And he is speaking 1000% facts, because it is called mate choice copying.
Yeah.
That is exactly what he just described. A behavior where individuals perceive preference for a potential partner is socially influenced by the mate choices of others.
Yeah.
Meaning that when he looks more attractive to, say, other women or his peers or a group, that makes that individual inherently more attractive. He ain't lying. There are no caps in our raps, baby.
Yeah.
He is speaking 100% facts, verified right there. You know what I mean? Like, I love when people try to get in the comments and be like, that's not true.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not. Like, all right, now that's cool then. That's cool. I'm gonna start showing receipts then.
Yeah.
Fuck you niggas, because the thing is we're not telling you anything that derives from our opinion or what we think. No. This is what it is.
Yeah.
This is just the truth. Me and him are just giving the truth to it. You know what I mean? We'll give our opinions here and there, sure, and you can take that with a grain of salt when it's our opinion. But when it's absolutely 100% verifiable facts,
Right.
Oh, it best believe.
And the study on screen is right. You can see. You can go look it up yourself, because it's a simple Google search away.
Yeah, it took me 2 seconds to Google this.
So what it was is like they did a social experiment where they showed women a bunch of men, right, and then they said rate their attractiveness, right, and then after that they brought in another group of women, and then they showed the same group of pictures,
but they faked the ratings and made them higher.
Yeah, they said like this person has a girlfriend, and like other groups said like this is the rating, right? And then so they were like, oh shit, yeah, like they were like like the more times they did it, the more consistent they got people to agree with the higher ratings, because they found out like, oh, this person on the paper has a girlfriend and was rated higher by it.
No. The way they did it is they had two groups of women. They had one group of women go in, rate the guys, and guys on average rated between 3 to 6. And then they brought in a second variant of women and they upped all of the ratings. Everybody was between a 7 and a 9. And so when the second group of women went in, they said, okay, the first group of women rated these men this.
Right.
And it was like 7, 8s, 9s, all that stuff. So then those women then rated the same. They rated the 7s, the 8s, and the 9s. What did that show? That shows when women thought nothing, nobody rated the guy and they were able to just give their first thoughts. Well, they were like, dude's like a 4.
Right.
Dude's like a 5. Dude's a 4. But when other women have given them high ratings, they think, oh yeah, he is an 8. Oh yeah, he is a 9. And that's exactly what he was saying. That is mate choice copying, meaning that if another female or another group of females find this male attractive, so does she, because she deems the social proof already confirmed. She doesn't have to go ask her friends. She doesn't have to go ask people. She already knows that he is pre-established as somebody that is already comfortable around the female gender. He can you can feel safe around him. He's not weird. He's not this and that. And that's what he's trying to get at, is that it shows that when women already see that you have a girlfriend, when women always see that you are around a group of other women and all that, you're innately attractive. They're going to sit there and tell you, oh no, I don't see that. No, a dude with a girlfriend, no, that's not attractive. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. In your hind brain, you're like, ooh, that guy is very attractive. And how do we know this? Gentlemen, have you ever gone through this crazy phenomenon, right? That when you're single, your phone is dry. The moment you get a girlfriend, bitches out of nowhere hitting you up, talking about, oh, I liked you, right? Oh, I used to like you. Oh, dang, I had a lot of feelings for you, this and that. Have you ever gone through that? I know I have.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The moment you get a girlfriend, all of a sudden bitches are coming out of the woodwork. That is mate choice copying. Yeah. Because you now have a girlfriend and you are now deemed to be that type of guy of attractive status in that point.
Yeah, I think I was confusing the two, but there is one where like they showed a group of men that were single and then a group of men, the same group of men, but they said that they were taken, right? And it's along the same lines, right? Both studies show the same thing, where women find taken men or men that are already rated higher by other women as more attractive than just single men or whatever social proof. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the concept's the same, really.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this one I thought was funny. Now, we talk about it all the time. I always tell guys, hey, man, get your fitness up and get your money on point. And you want to know why I always say that? I always say that because of shit like this. All right, we're gonna show you a video of the exact reason why I say it. Because a lot of dudes, we did a clip. I actually could probably pull that clip up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me pull this clip up. Yeah. Ain't no caps on our raps on this show. All right.
Yeah, and I think I seen the one you're talking about. So like, it's funny that you mentioned it.
So. We're gonna show you this clip. I'm gonna show you our clip, and then I'm gonna show you the clip that perfectly encompasses this. All right.
Yo, you are so bad. It's your girl? Yeah. Like, I'm better. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yay! And then he's like, what?
I'm better, bro. My bad, G. I had to. She's so bad. I look at her. I had to.
Stole that shit. That's what I'm doing, nigga.
What's your name? Olive.
Dear basketball. From the moment I...
All right, G. Have a good one, brother. Let's go.
Of what will happen in real life.
Hold on. Over baggy clothes. Like, bro, on point. You need to get in shape. You need to be that fucking guy. Because, dude, if I'm being real with you, off just jump, when I first saw him, I was like, bro is skinny. He's small, wearing over baggy clothes. Like, bro, like you got this girl by the skin of your teeth. Yeah. I guarantee
skin
it.
Of your teeth.
You got. All right. So we said that, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why we say that is because when you got your shit on point, this is how you can move with women.
Oh, I'm not like in the lineup.
Like, you can't. I'm either one or like none.
Oh, definitely none then.
Okay.
But that's all good.
You can add me in the lineup.
There are no caps in my raps, baby. I am undefeated. I'm batting for 1,000 in this bitch, bro. Because you guys think I just be getting on this mic talking shit.
Yeah.
You guys think I just be getting on this mic saying stuff. You guys think I just be spewing rhetoric. No, bruh. No. When you get in shape and you get your shit together, you got your money on point, you're doing all that. Fuck all this IQ bullshit that people want to be putting in the comments. Like, get out of my comment section, bro. Get the fuck out of my comment section. When you get your shit together, you can move the way you want to move with women, and women will move accordingly. It will move accordingly. When you are the type of guy that sits there and you have your shit so together and she ain't trying to get on the program, cool, bye. Then she gets on the program real quick.
Yeah.
Then she will get on the program real quick. That's what I'm saying, bro. I do not lie around here.
And that's the thing too. Like I've been seeing a little bit more of Clav, and he's not someone that like lies or like performs for like attention and shit like that. Like some of the stuff he says is pretty outrageous, pretty off the wall. But
yeah,
I mean that's just him being him, right? And so. I say that because I saw a clip where like even Clav himself, you know, with the money, the status, the looks, still gets rejected by women. But
1,000.
He doesn't.
1,000.
He doesn't sit there and cry and woe is me and like, oh goddamn, you know, like he was rejected before that clip and he was rejected after that clip. But like you saw, she was like, I'm just gonna feign like value and then hopefully he bites into it. And he was like, motherfucker, I ain't doing that shit. The fuck? You know who I am? Yeah. And she was like, well, you can add me to the lineup. You know, it won't be that bad. Like,
hey, dude, it's stupid, bro. Stupid.
And it's like, I mean, and then, you know, it's funny because in the exact same comment section, people will shame her and be like, oh, she fucking folded under no pressure. She didn't stand on business. You know, this is sad. Someone's future, like she's going to be someone's future husband and they're going to have to see this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's the same people that were talking shit on us saying like, let her do, you know, what she wants and, you know, free will, all that bullshit that you were talking for the other dude on the leash. And then now you see her like, oh, well, let me get added to the lineup, and they're like, oh, she's this, she's that, you know. The same energy don't come when it's you know a woman in the spot.
100%.
So it's like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't get on this mic talking bullshit, bro.
Facts.
I don't. I really don't. This shit actually happens. You guys be sitting there, oh no, it's this and it's that. No, it's not, bro. No, it's not. Like, if you are that guy, like I said in the clip, if you are that guy, bro, women will never, and I mean ever, stray away from you.
Yeah.
Because you're that fucking dude. I mean, he said it thousands of times on this podcast by now, if I'm being honest with you. Because it's true. Every time we go over a scenario, every time we go on over videos, every time we've done that, he's always reiterated the point of, if you're that guy, bro, your girl ain't going anywhere, man. Your girl's not, and so many dudes. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if you're a well put together guy, if you have self-respect for yourself, you know what I mean? It's why Clav gets as many girls as he does, because he has self-respect for himself. And women love that. They're like, oh shit, a dude who's got self-respect for himself, he's not on his knees trying to kiss my ass all the fucking time. This nigga's different. I like that. I'm gonna move with this. This is a dude who's actually a leader. He's showing me leadership qualities. He's showing me that, yeah, he don't put up with the bullshit like all the other guys do. He's real and straight up right in front of me. He's not playing just to get in my draws and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's just...
It's because what would have happened, a lot of dudes try to, like, bend but keep frame, and what happens is, right, like say Clav was like, oh well, like you could just be like my number one and I'll have the roster on the side, or like, you know, try to change something around to pander to her. She would have been like, all right, I see this man's not standing on business, fuck him, you know what I mean? But like with him standing on that business of like, well then you said no, like either you or none, then fucking none, you know what I mean?
100%.
He did not back down, And that's how you be that guy. Not like, oh, I'm going to try to bend for this woman and like, oh, you could be like number one or whatever, you know, on the roster and shit like that, or I'll just fuck with you mainly. No, that's not being that guy. You know what I mean? Trying to add her to the roster and like pleading with her is not how you do it, right?
Yeah.
So
100%, dude. 100%. It's ridiculous to me, if I'm being honest with you. All right. I this right here. Okay, this is what I've been seeing in women. I've been seeing this all over TikTok. I don't know how recent this is, but I know it is recent. There's been a lot of like sayings going around, and I'm going to like deeply expose one of them. But this one we're going to do, it's a little shorter. But I'm going to play this clip, and then I want you to give your take on it. And then I'm going to play a clip that perfectly shows exactly why she is 100% wrong. Okay? So I'm going to play this, give your thoughts, and then I'm going to play a clip just absolutely destroying this bimbo, because it's ridiculous to me that women, for some reason, don't realize, like, they will say things, and they're like really bad rappers. They'll say something, they'll just be like, yo, cantaloupe, because it's really dope. Oh my God. And they'll put it all over the fucking internet. And then other bitches are just like, cantaloupe, it's really dope. And they think they're doing something.
Yeah,
it pisses me off so fucking much. And then it's crazy because it's like the algorithm pushes this bullshit. So more women see it and more women are indoctrinated to believe this bull crap. So I'm going to play it, give your thoughts, and then I'm going to play a clip absolutely destroying this bullshit. So here we go.
And I get a lot of hate for this, but a lot of women are single because they haven't found a man who's better at being a man than they already are.
What do you think of that? Women are single because they are better men. They haven't found a man that is better than them being a man themselves.
I mean, to each his own, right? I explained it a little bit earlier on another episode, right, talking about how women say shit like that, but then you attract your own confirmation bias. You know, you start to act like a man, and then you attract the men that act like women's, and then you guys connect, and it's like, you know. So she, for her, right, she's like, a lot of women stay single because they're tired of men not being more man than them. And it's like, well, stop looking for bitches then. Yeah,
exactly.
What do you offer me? Yeah. You look for bitches and then you're like, oh, damn it, dude, another one. Totally hate this.
Yeah, because the thing is like, she doesn't realize that women who are like that, right? Women who are more manly than men are, or whatever you want to call it. Dude, you don't look attractive to the man.
Yeah.
You're not attractive.
Yes.
And I'm going to show a perfect illustration of that. Obviously, there's going to be no sound to it. It's all going to just be visual. So if you're an audio listener, I'll try to explain it to you as the video is going on. But the thing is look, she was a beautiful girl. I'll give her that, you know, but the thing is if you and I, let's put our shoes in this, say you see that girl, right? Mm-hmm. Fairly attractive girl. And I'll show you her again, you know, look, fairly attractive woman, you would say, right?
Right.
Yeah. She's a very attractive girl. I'll show the audience too. Look, very attractive girl. Got nothing against that. She is a very attractive girl. But the thing is when we meet a woman and we see, wow, she's really attractive and she's really beautiful, that gets us through the door 1,000%. We'll talk to her, we'll court her and all that kind of stuff. But as we get to know her, then we start to see the masculine tendencies in her. We start to see the A-type personality. We start to see her just constantly like wanting to fight us and constantly wanting to just like bicker and talk about. And it's just like, bro, I don't want that. I get this from, you know, competing with other men in the world all day long, bro. All day long, I get that. I'm good on that. I don't want to I want to come home to a nice, feminine, submissive woman. And so I'm going to show you guys what you look like. All right, but in the reverse. Okay? I'm going to show women exactly what you guys look like in the reverse right now. Okay? So this is a woman. She's on a treadmill. And a very attractive guy is going to get on the treadmill next to her. And we'll go ahead and talk about what she sees, okay? All right. So he gets on the treadmill. She's looking over at him. She's like, wow, playing with her hair. She's like, damn, dude is cute. He's a good looking guy, nice and buff, you know. And then, you know, he's just starting up his treadmill. She's hoping he's going to say yes. And then he starts walking a little feminine like. Then he's walking really gaily. Oh, and she's like, never mind. Never mind. I'm good. Look how disgusted she looks. That is how you women look.
That is
to men.
Perfect.
That is exactly how you look when you're over here talking about, oh, I'm more manly than a man, and that's why I'm single.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how you look. That disgusted face that she gave him, that's what we give you. Because we don't want a manly woman. We don't want a masculine type woman. And they sit there, oh, but we can just flip the switch. No, you can't. No, you can't, because it always shows up. Sure, you'll be able to do it for a while. Sure, you know, you'll be able to show it on the surface, but it's going to show its cracks. That masculine tendency and personality is going to show up eventually. And that's why I'm like, I'm out here with receipts today.
Yeah.
I got time, motherfuckers. I got some absolute time. This is some bullshit, and I'm tired of this crap, man. Where people are sitting here, I'm thinking I'm getting on this mic and I'm talking bullshit. It really pisses me off, man. It really, really does, because it's crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, it writes itself, you know? Like, you display the tendencies that are unattractive, and then you're like, no one's attracted to me. You know what I mean? It goes for pretty much anything in life.
At this point, if you
fucking say, like, you go to work, you're like, I'm broke. I'll never get a promotion. I'll never do X, Y, and Z. You think your boss is going to hear shit like that or see how you're acting based off those words and be like, damn, they need a promotion?
Yeah.
No. Fuck no. They're going to be like, this motherfucker always complaining, always look pissed off. I always got to check him because they don't fucking do their work. And then they complain that they don't make money or they don't get promoted. Fuck this person. And yet there's other people probably around them. They're like, yeah, we're all in this together. We all agree. We're all broke. We're all fucking X, Y, and Z. But you guys are the ones that are perpetuating those mantras that you guys have, where it's like, oh, well, I'm more manly than the men that, you know, that pursue me or whatever the case may be. And it's like, well, stop being fucking manly. Yeah. It's so simple.
It really is.
And then listen to this, right? Because it writes itself. Again, the definition of insanity is doing the same shit and expecting different results.
It really is.
So if you're acting more manly than the men that you're attracted to, whatever, and it's not getting you anywhere, why the fuck are you doing the exact same thing? Do something different and then see how it goes.
Yeah, that's
but they always got a reason, like, oh, well, okay, you know, you let those excuses block you from your blessings, and then you don't shut the fuck up about it.
100%.
And then you get on the internet and start talking all that shit, like, oh, I can never find a man that's more manly than me, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Block your own blessings, then blame us.
100%, and that's what it is. And I always tell a lot of girls, they're like, oh, you know, if you know so much, then how do I get the guy that I want or whatever? And I tell them, lower your standards. Your standards are far too high for what you bring to that man. And they always think I'm using the, oh, what do you bring to the table conversation. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in every single video that I've always talked about and always said, it's a thing where you're running the relay race. The man is going to pursue you. The man is always going to start that race. He's going to pursue you. He's going to text you. He's going to do these things. Once he feels comfortable enough to be like, you know what? I'm really glad that, you know, her and I have been talking and hanging out and doing our thing. He's going to hand you that baton. And now when you hand that baton, when you take that baton, if you look around and you look, what do I do with this? Bro, he looks at it like, all right, cool, sex only category.
Yeah.
Immediately. He's going to stay with you. He's going to stay talking to you. He's going to stay, you know, doing stuff with you, whatever. But he is going to immediately sex only category you. That's just where it goes. And then you're going to ask, oh, well, what are we? And he's like, oh, well, you know, I'm just trying to find myself. And like, you know, I'm just still figuring things out. And I got to see, like, you know, where And that's the shit you're talking about. Then you go and you say these buzz terms like, oh, he love bombed me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're wondering why and where all the good men are and all that stuff. No. There's good men. It's just you're not a good woman to that good man. Yeah. He sees no inherent benefit in being with you and dealing with you. He looks at it like, bro, you're a take. You're not a take and give. I don't mind giving. I don't mind you taking, but I need some of that give back.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just what women don't want to do anymore.
Yeah. The idea is it's planted in the law of attraction, right? And the law of attraction has a mantra where you will never experience something you're not the vibration or the frequency of, right? i.e., if you have, we don't have radios too much anymore, but if you have a radio and you're tuned into one channel, right, and you're like, oh, dude, this motherfucking channel only plays country. I fucking hate country. Country sucks so bad, but I'm not going to turn the dial. I'm not going to change the station. Mm-hmm. And you're like, and it's the exact same thing with your internal mindset of what you're displaying, right? If you want a different, i.e. a different station or a different outcome, you have to turn the dial to you to a different frequency, right? And this is just an analogy to try to help those people out there that are like, I really don't know what to do, right? It explains itself, you know? If you're not doing what's necessary to attract what it is you want, then you're doing the wrong things and blocking what it is you want. You know, it's not because of something on the outside. It's because of what you're doing and you're thinking internally, i.e., you know, if you always meet men that don't want to upgrade you to being a wife, you're not displaying wife qualities, because any man that recognizes wife qualities is going to upgrade you and be like, shit, I got to get her there fucking fast as fuck, you know? But if you're just going to like bullshit, not run your leg of the fucking race, not take the baton and run, then what the fuck is that? Why is that man going to then be like, oh yeah, this is a wife? No. That's exactly the opposite of what he's thinking, which is why he's like, oh shit, she's not running her leg? Well, then sex only. Stupid, you know?
Yeah.
Writes itself.
That's just what it's going to be. Okay. So this next one, all right, I'm going to get into the weeds here.
Okay.
I'm going to play a series of videos. Then I'm going to talk about how they're so wrong. It's insanity how wrong women are when they think of men. And it's going to change you guys' perspective on the whole man versus bear thing. Because I was in the weeds this week. Okay? I was in the I was in the trenches, looking up research, looking up papers, sources, all that stuff. I have all of the verifiable proof that what these bitches are talking about is retarded. Okay? I'm going to start by saying, and that word right there is the reason why we got banned off TikTok, but it's fine. I was trying not to use that word, but it just slips out because, dude, they're so dumb. Okay, so they have this saying. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's not always a man, or it's not all men, but it's always a man. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Okay, so I'm going to let them explain so I don't misconstrue anything. I'm going to let them explain. It is not always a man, or it's not all men, but it's always a man. I'm going to let them explain it. And then I'm going to show you reasons why this is completely wrong. And I have a series of videos, and then I'm going to go into documentation and statistics and everything, proving them completely wrong. All right, so let's start. We're going to start with this crazy roided out chick, but here we go.
Point, if you as a man are not actively checking the other men in your life and the way that they speak to and treat women, children, and girls, and the way that they vote politically, you are part of the problem. I have always said not all men, but it's always a man, and it's getting a lot fucking harder to say that when it's 62 million of you. At this point...
Okay, first off, the 62 million thing, that's been debunked a million times, okay? The article said that there were 62 million clicks on a website that led to a group chat that was full of rapists and, you know, dudes of that nature. There was only 1,000 dudes in there, not 62 million, okay? That was a complete lie by CNN, and I have it right here where it even states that was a CNN argument that fucking lied. and it was absolute bullshit. I'll even zoom in for you losers. Look, it's right here. The 62 million figure, this number came from CNN article, which reported that the user generated the motherless.com, which hosts sleep content amongst millions of other videos, received over 62 million visits in a single month. This traffic encompasses repeat visits, bots, and other users browsing in categories, meaning that the website got 62 million, not the grapist fucking thing. So that's debunked. You're fucking dumb. Shut up. Get off the internet. You're retarded. Okay, I'm sick and tired of that shit. Now we're gonna get into
a video that said that you can't be a feminist after the age of 22, and I'm like 98% sure it was rage bait, but honestly, I agree. As I get older, the more I mature, and this is only applicable if you're maturing as you age and not if you're rotting. I am finding myself leaning away from feminism and more towards misandry. I distrust men strongly, like by default. I do not trust a man. Whether you like to admit it or not, most people do think this way. Most people, when you're walking late at night, people are telling you to be careful not because they're scared a woman is going to come up and try to grab you, because they're scared a man is going to do it. Or maybe it's not all men, but every time it happens, it's a man. Not all men, but it always is a man. Men, by a very, very large margin, are the most common perpetrators of violent crime. Men are the ones that were causing wars. Men are the ones that were enslaving races of people. Men are the ones that are most commonly pedophiles. Honestly, to a point, even men know this. Even men know this because when they're telling the women in their lives that they care about to be careful, they're not telling them to be careful because of a woman. They're telling them to be careful because of a man. And this isn't to say that I hate all men. I don't hate them. There are plenty of men in my life that I love. I have male friends that I love. But I'm not walking around just trusting that a man has my best interest in mind, because 99% of the time they don't. The fact of the matter is, it's safer as a woman not to trust a man than it is to automatically trust a man. And there's no arguing with that. You can't just automatically trust a man that you walk up to. And with women too, you can't just automatically trust them, but I am way more willing to automatically trust a woman than I am to automatically trust a man. And men, whether you like it or not, whether you want to admit it or not, you feel the same way. Men feel more safe around women. Women do not feel more safe around men.
Okay. All right. They feel more safe, huh?
Wrong.
They feel more safe? Okay, that's fine. We have another one. Okay. We have another one. It's pretty much just a woman. She got a DM saying, I wish I could kidnap and grape you to death. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine.
That's outrageous.
So you guys think it's unsafe, right? Well, all right.
She cooked her baby in the oven. Nikira Griner was extremely angry because her 23-month-old baby, Daniel, would not eat his breakfast or listen to her. Nikira decided to beat her baby so hard that she left bruises on his face. Nikira beat Daniel so violently and so horrifically that she ended up unaliving her own son. Nikira had broken Daniel's skull into 74 pieces. Daniel had also suffered from fractured ribs and a broken arm. Nikira took Daniel's body and placed him inside of her oven. Nikira then turned the oven on and cooked and baked her own son. Police found Daniel's burned and dismembered remains in the backyard under a shed after Nikira had reported Daniel missing. At Nikira's sentencing, the judge described her actions as beyond comprehension, saying that she disposed of her son like trash. Nikira was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Okay. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's just one woman. That's just one woman, right, Rick Four? That's just one girl out of like all the girls. Okay, cool.
Are you fucking serious right now?
We're in a bad spot too.
Breaking news, a woman has taken the life of her boyfriend after he brought chicken over to cook in the air fryer and didn't take her out to eat. Authorities say just before 7 p.m. last Friday, they responded to a 911 call from a woman. When they arrived, they found the 25-year-old victim, Lucas, laying on his back, bleeding on the floor. Authorities say the complaint indicates that the young lady got into an argument because he brought home chicken to eat instead of taking her out. She told officers who arrived on the scene, quote, I stabbed him. If you have to take me to jail, okay. The 25-year-old victim was rushed to a local hospital, but he was pronounced deceased less than an hour after arriving. Furthermore, authorities also spoke to the couple's landlord, who allegedly stated that the girlfriend had bitten him just a week prior. After she was further interviewed by authorities, she told them that he was, quote, pushing her buttons. This was her referring to him intending to cook chicken in the air fryer instead of taking her out to eat. The suspect was officially charged Monday with first-degree intentional homicide. At this time, a preliminary hearing is scheduled for May 29th. If convicted, she could face life.
Okay. All right. I'll be fair. That's only 2 women, right? Right? That's only 2. That's only 2. That's fine.
This man's got receipts.
That's fine. It's only 2, right? Okay, cool.
Men are just so dangerous. I picked the bear. Yes, men can be dangerous, but so can women. Because, I was today years old that I found out that the term stranger danger was actually inspired by this woman, Mira Henley, a serial killer who abducted, tortured, and then murdered, and sexually assaulted 5 children. This woman was directly quoted as to saying that the way that she got these children, it was easy for her because she was a friendly face and she was a woman, and children inherently trusted her most. It's really interesting to me how we continuously live in this delusion as feminists, and we'll say things like, oh, well, if the world was run by women, the place would just be holy and nice. As if women never abuse power. Like, I'm sorry. Have you ever read any books on what happened in, the Jim Crow era? Do you understand how god-awful these white women were to black slaves? And false allegations. I mean, that was an everyday thing, and we want to sit here and pretend like it's rare? So to say that we just need to give all these leader roles to women, and they should be the ones leading minorities, and that would just make everything better and happy and daisy, is just delusional, because there's been many times in history where women have proved that when they're put in power, or when they're put in power over minorities, they abuse it and they do awful things. And you know why? Not because they're women, because they're human beings. Because human beings are trash, and the whole point of this is that women are just as dangerous as men. Don't even get me started on the fact that most female serial killers are those that are nurses or in caregiving roles. They are most likely to murder in hospitals. They are most likely to murder their children. They're most likely to abuse their children. They're most likely to lure children. They are most likely to rape children in schools. They are most likely to abuse their female partners and their male partners at this rate, because the domestic violence rate isn't sitting at 50-50 anymore. It's actually pushing over. Women are self-reporting beating men more. So nobody can sit here and be like, oh, the domestic violence statistics are based off of false allegations. No, they're not.
Oh, we're going to talk about
Self-reporting
domestic violence.
mismatches. It's just insane to me that if I got on the internet and I was like, hey, I was horrifically abused by my mom as a child, and I use that as a reason to fearmonger all women, treat them like shit, and just tell men hey, fear them. Your life is better with a bear than a woman. I mean, you guys would look at me like an idiot, but hey, I want to play into your rule book. So, who would you rather leave your child with? A woman or a cougar?
Okay. All right. And again, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt, right? She's just a woman on the internet. There's no stats. There's nothing that proves this, right? There's nothing that proves it, right? That's fine. That's totally fine. That's totally fine because, like I said, there's no caps in my motherfucking raps. We're going to go into this right here. So, in domestic violence, when you Google it, they will give you the stat of about 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men experience domestic violence. Meaning that there are, per capita, there are 25% of women that experience domestic violence, and per capita there are 16% of men that experience domestic violence. And that is proven between this study right here, that is shown in this study here, in domestic violence. You can see right about, there should be that 1 in 4, 1 in 7, that is right here. That is right there for you guys. In that study, it shows that, okay? So this is not me just spewing my ass, okay? But we have also found that in that same study, okay, in that same study, that 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men have been victims of the physical violence, i.e., burning and beating and strangling by an intimate partner in their lifetime. Okay, that sounds crazy. But in that same study, if we go over, we're going to then see that 1 in 7 women and 1 in 25 men have been injured by an intimate partner. Meaning, more men are being injured by women than men injuring women. Wow, huh? That's kind of crazy, right? That's kind of wild. All right, what backs this up? Okay, we'll say what backs this up. All right, let me go back here, back to my notes. Okay, so the argument is that the most common form of IPV or interpersonal violence is found in the general population surveys as lower level conflict that escalates during arguments, while severe coercive forms or intimate terrorism, as the like more academia term, if you want to say that, is less common overall, and it's overrepresented in shelters, hospitals, and court systems, meaning that if you and your wife get into an argument, right, and she pushes you and then you push her back, in the court systems and in shelters and hospitals and so on and so forth, they are going to deem you as the more intimate terrorism one over this was just low level violence that you guys got into. And because remember, violence, domestic violence covers everything. It covers punching, kicking, slapping, all that stuff. And that's talked about here, and we'll even show the article that supports that as well. So we come up to here. We have gender and asymmetry in domestic violence. So what this one says is that in intimate terrorism, the individual is violent and controlling. The partner is not. In violent instances, the individual is violent but not controlling. The partner is the violent and controlling one. In situational couple violence, although the individual is violent, neither the individual nor the partner is violent and controlling. Meaning, what that is saying is that whether you guys are verbally abusing each other or you're physically abusing each other, it is 1-to-1. It is the man and the woman both doing it at the same time. It's not just the man doing it. So when the cops come, and because she pushed you and then you pushed her, they cannot sit there and say, oh, well, you're the abuser, Michael. They can't sit there and say that, because no, it is symmetry. It's pretty much asymmetry. It's asymmetric. And so evidence is presented that situational couple violence dominates in general surveys, meaning that in the majority that this is just it's situational couple dominance violence in general surveys. Intimate terrorism and violent resistance dominates in agency samples. Agency samples is pretty much just court, like we talked about, which is the hospitals, the shelters, and the police court systems. And this is the source of difference across studies with respect to gender symmetry of partner violence. So when we go back to here, that explains that. So obviously there's the difference. So what is the difference? What is the difference between low level and intimate terrorism? Okay, well, low level is situational couple violence is generally less severe. It's less controlling, and it's more likely to appear in general samples, which pretty much culminates to these right here, which is slapping, shoving, throwing objects, pushing, general conflict, okay? Then you have intimate terrorism, which is more injury, it's PTSD, it's repeated abuse, and it's escalated violence. Okay? Those are the differences. Now, why do the differences matter? Well, the differences matter because in situational couple violence, even though it is the most common, research shows both men and women can be victims and perpetrators of IPV. However, the interpretation changes depending on what type of violence is being measured. And we went over the differences. Now, there's the stat where when we look at what are most cases will sit between low-level physical aggression, verbal conflict, situational escalation, and mutual violence. Now, what paper supports that? I will go ahead and show you guys what paper supports that. That is going to be this one right here. So this one talks about, it's right here, suggests that contradiction can be resolved by taking a dual population approach. Strauss argued that ordinary violence such as slapping, shoving, throwing things at a partner is prevalent in general population and is symmetrical, as where severe violence such as choking, punching, attacking objects are rare in the general population and common in clinical populations where there are more male dominance. Meaning, like, violence of that nature tends to happen more in places where there are more males, where it's male to male versus male to female. Now, when research goes further, Murray Strauss also talks about, well, there are relatively same rates between men and women when it comes to domestic violence, but in certain areas, when the survey is measured, and it says it right here, found that in certain measures, and this is a direct quote from his thing, it says that found in surveys measured any physical aggression, meaning, again, what we went over up at the top here, right here, where it's slapping, shoving, throwing objects, pushing, general physical conflict, all of that. When it is those are the most common. It is found that in surveys measuring any physical aggression, women sometimes report equal or higher rates of minor physical acts than men. Crazy, right? Holy shit. So, what does this say? The studies show that men are not the majority of the violent ones in relationships. It is women. I rest my motherfucking case. I would love anybody to come at me. I would love anybody to get in my DMs and try to, debunk me. I will have anybody try to come with proof or anything like that. Because I showed you the receipts. I showed you the papers. I showed you the videos. I showed you everything. I rest my case. Men are not as dangerous as women are purporting them out to be. We are not. Because men understand that if we do this, there are heavy consequences. But the thing is the reason why women do this stuff is because there are less consequences. I had to go digging for all this information. This is not information that you can just Google. Guess what? Guess what happens when you just Google who has the higher domestic violence rating, between men and women? They give you that 1 in 4 and that 1 in 7 bullshit. Meaning they think that just by saying, 25% of men or 25% of women are experience domestic violence, while only 16% of men experience domestic violence. They think that that's just fine. People will Google that and they'll be like, but Aaron, that they say 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7, and it's like, no, bruh, because when you do the fucking research, it's there. It's there, bruh. I don't ever, and I mean ever, want to hear you motherfuckers sitting here talking about men are more violent than women. I don't ever want to hear it. Clip that bullshit and send it to anybody who sits there and says, no, men are way more violent. What do you mean? Men do this and men do that. Proof's in the pudding right there, motherfuckers. Again, I rest my case. I don't know what you have to say to that, Rick, but...
honestly, I think it really just boils down to what you put your focus on is what people really start to get their like bias from, right? Is what I was getting at, because the same woman that's like, oh, like it's always man, yada yada yada, they probably are only looking for the cases that support what they believe, Oh,
100%.
They would probably see that one lady that honestly should not get life. She should get the death penalty. They'll see that one lady that, baked her child alive. The husband that tried to frantically get their child out of the oven.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy, right? It boiled me so bad. I wish I could Blues Could Do and jump through that fucking screen and fuck that lady up,
100%.
And then I started laughing during the clip because I saw in the comments someone's like, I hope she gets her ass beat every day of her life in jail. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
The idea that a 23-month-old child, fuck.
I know.
23-month-old child, right, who has no idea how the world works, first time being born. Think about in your life, have you ever mastered anything in 2 years?
No, never.
Never. No. Can't master shit in 2 years.
No.
You cannot say you're a master at something after doing it for 2 years. Even if you did it 2 years straight, every waking hour, every waking minute, right? However, the point I'm trying to get at is she's upset with the fact that he wasn't listening, eating his breakfast. And so you decide to bake him? And this is the exact reason why me and my wife leave our children, even now that they're old enough to speak up, with no one. There's only, I want to say maybe 2 people we've ever left them with, and that is with my mother or her mother, right? And even that took some time to really like hash out and really get comfortable with. But we've never done daycare. We never left them with friends. We never left them with pretty much anyone, right? Because the idea is, for us, it's very, like that lady was saying, equal opportunity. Anyone could do it, you know?
Yeah.
And then even with the idea of like, not everyone has like malice in them. People can sometimes just not be good at something and cause accidents. You know what I mean? So the idea is just, if we can help it, we'll have our children within one of our controls at all times, right? And you know, that's the thing with the idea of it being like, oh well, you know, men do it more, women do it more. It's like, yeah, there's probably going to be studies and cases that say both sides do it more. In reality, both sides are very capable of doing, and incapable to the point where they may cause bodily harm and stuff like that on both sides. So it really, to me, I won't say doesn't matter, but the idea is like, the idea for me is not necessarily that either side is really true. I would just say more so that people are just people, and people are fucking retarded regardless.
Well, yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
like the girl said in the last video, it's not men or women, it's people.
Yeah.
But the thing is women will go online and they'll make these movements of like, oh, men are dangerous, men are gonna grape you just because they see you out on the street, men are just gonna walk up to you and just snatch you up and all that stuff. No, dude, none of that is fucking true.
Yeah.
That is true in like the most minute sense of the scenario. It's like, does this happen? Yes. Do women get raped and do women, you know, get beat on by their dudes? Yes, that happens 1000%. I am not saying that. But my thing is I did all of that to show that women are purported. This is factual. I showed you the papers, the statistics, everything that shows that women are doing just the same thing, bro. Women are just as dangerous. A man getting into a relationship and trusting that that woman is going to be a good woman to him, that is going to be there for him, whatever a case may be, like, he is in just as much danger, if not more. And that's what I'm saying. Homie brought chicken home and got stabbed to death.
Yeah.
Like, bro, just because she didn't want chicken, she wanted to go out and eat. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, yeah, he brought home chicken and it cost him his life because he trusted a woman to love and care for him. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, it's absolute BS when they sit there and they try to get on here and say that women are men are this and men are that, and oh yeah, I'd rather have the bear than the man because the bear's not gonna grape me. No, bruh. No, that man is not going to do anything to you. And that's why, and I've seen no creators really talk about this to the same level and degree. And that's why I had to get in there. I had to do this because, dude, it's ridiculous to me. Like, you guys get on these platforms and you will dunk on women all day about their relationship choices and, you know, the shit that they say on here. But when it comes to stuff like this, I saw nobody talking about this. Women are just freely just being like, yeah, it's not all men, but it's always a man. Fuck them. They're horrible. They're this and that. You guys are in the wrong constantly. Nah, man. Nah, I look at it like I have a platform now to where I can start doing this. I can start like pushing this bullshit. And hopefully this makes it to where more guys, you know, get their shit together, bro, and start exposing this bullshit because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and the idea is like, it's such a prevalent thing where I myself, when I was a Marine leader and just having much life experience, right, I've met not only women that, you know, have had their whole sexual experiences ruined by some form of abuse. I've also met men in the exact same boat, right? And I think the problem that we face a lot is, like we've said on the show before, is women, whenever they have issues or, you know, face problems in life, there's always open arms to run to in some form of fashion, where men, a lot of the time, you know, they can face similar problems, similar, trials, tribulations, and from there they don't have support, you know, the men that I've talked to that explain that they were sexually abused when they were younger, most people around in that instance have been like, damn, I wish that shit happened to me, you know?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's like the idea, I get it can be funny as like a joke and, you know, in the right light, whatever, you know, for some people. But for me, I was kind of like, damn, like, now I really see what this man is talking about, dude. Like, it looks like it hurts him, you know? And like the people that I would be talking to, and it's like, I think that's really fucked up that, you know, at our grown age, it's still something that they cry about, you know, or like some have even taken their lives from, because they're just like, they don't have that trust, you know. And that's why for me, I wholeheartedly see what you're saying, because it's not fair to men to just say like, oh, it's always a man, yada yada yada, when it's very well not, you know.
Yeah, it's on both sides.
It's on both sides.
That's why I did the research that I did, because it shows that it's like, it's not just men doing this. Like, women are very well capable and have been hurting their partners and doing these things. Like, these studies show that women are more likely to injure their partner. These studies show that it's not just the man beating on the woman, it's them beating on each other. The study shows that when it's low-level violence, which is the more common of the two, that women will be beating on their man the same amount as men beat on their women, if not more. And that's what I'm saying. It's just like, dude, this happens. But we sit there and we tell guys, oh, suck it up. I'll be a man. Yeah. Oh, you'll get over it. Oh, it's fine. And then they experience what he was saying, where these guys have no support. Yeah. Nobody believes them. They sit there and they're coddling the woman. Oh, you got beat, and oh, it's okay, and you deserve better, and oh, he hot duking you out the door, you know. Oh my god, I didn't think that was gonna be that funny. But that's what I'm saying, though. Fucking hot duking her.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's just like, bro, this happens on both sides. This is not just a woman problem. This is also a man problem. Like, dude, your girl is very well capable of killing you. She's very well capable of doing shit to that degree to you. It's true. All right, but that has been my expose. Again, if you guys want to try to debunk me, go ahead, man. Try your best. Yeah. Try your best. Fucking get in my comments and try. And if you can't substantiate your argument, and you sit there talking about, oh, that's not true, fuck out of my comments, bro. All right, you're irrelevant. All right, shut up. You're irrelevant. All right, substantiate your argument. Have empirical evidence to it, and I want to see it. All right, change my mind, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that women commit domestic violence more than men. That's right. I said it, and I'll say it again. All right, this had me dying, bro. Laughing. Oh, dude, I was crying at work listening to this video, and I know you're gonna laugh too, bro. All right, let's get to this video.
The thing, when men say that they're trying, I don't fucking believe that. Because do you think if they went up to their boss and their boss was like, hey, you're not meeting my expectations for you, and I need you to meet those expectations, do you think it would work if they were like, hey boss, I am trying, I am working so hard on it, and I'm gonna do better next time, and then not do better next time? They would get fucking fired. So if they can take their jobs so seriously that they will scream, cry, throw up, lose sleep over getting expectations met at work, but your relationship is just their attempt to try and work on it, they don't take you as seriously as they take their job. Just saying. And
I tried to hold it in, but I couldn't, bro. You're not the boss in the relationship, stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. She tried to use that fucking, and I know why she uses this analogy, because guys use this analogy all the time.
Yeah.
They say, why would you go to a job and listen to your boss but not listen to your man? She tried to use this analogy back on men. It doesn't work that way. You are the subordinate. What the fuck are you talking about? The man is the leader. He's the boss. He's the boss in this scenario. You are the one going to the boss talking about, oh, I'm trying, I'm working on it. That's you, stupid. Oh my God, bro.
I don't know why this pig is talking, but
facts.
Yeah, don't speak on shit you don't know about, all right? Like,
bro,
this,
Oh
what
my
are we doing
God,
here?
bro.
It's the kicker too is it jumped right into my mind. It went right in there, and then I saw it in the comments because the comment said a boss would give you a straight cut list of how to increase those numbers or whatever the fucking case may be, and then achieve the goal. Where it is so common, it is so common for women, and I don't give a fuck, right? You women will argue all day. It's so simple. It's bare minimum. Yada yada yada. You women will move the goalpost until the relationship is fucking drug into the ground, bro. Like, the idea is like, it is so stupid that like this analogy was brought up by this animal that you'll
and it's crazy because she actually looks like a pig, bro. Here's why.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, I see why we got banned on TikTok, bro.
Hey, I did not make her look like that. Okay, no,
not at all.
Am I wrong for speaking the truth? No,
I mean, bro, look at her.
No,
like,
she just looks like that.
That's
what
her,
she
bro.
looks like. I don't know what to tell you guys. TikTok want to ban me for saying the truth.
Facts.
But whatever, right? The idea is still there. Like you said, you're not the boss.
Yeah,
that'd be like going up to your boss and being like, "You're not meeting my expectations, dude. Like, you're gonna need to get it together." Or get fired, dude. We're not going to be able to do this anymore. The boss would look up from what he's doing and be like, it's your last day. Go ahead, pack your stuff, get out.
Pack your shit and get... Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, bitch, you're not going to go to your boss and be like, you're not meeting my expectations. He would look at you like, Susie, who the fuck are you? Get out of my office. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't realize, and this is what I mean, bro. Women get on this app and don't realize what they're saying and how dumb it sounds. Like that girl where she was just like, oh, the reason why most women are single is because they haven't found a man who is better at being a man themselves. Dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb. Bro, you're dumb. That makes you look unattractive. You're pretty much just saying, hi, hello, I am a man. Can you be better of a man than me? No dude's going to sit there and be like, oh, challenge accepted. My dick is hard. No, bro. He's going to be like, ooh.
I would challenge any woman out there, dude. Get the meta glasses, go out to any man and be like, yeah, we can go out on a date if you can outman me. See how many dudes would be like, yeah, dude, yeah, let's do that. I'll outman you.
Right, they'll take your challenge.
I'll take your challenge. I guarantee you that most, I can't say all because there's fucking idiots.
Yeah, there's simp dudes
Most of those men are going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
get away from me.
Yeah, they're going to be looking at you like, bro, they're going to be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? They're going to be like,
what the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Nope.
So they're gonna see that and be like, "Thank God I don't got a fucking woman like that at home."
Oh, 100%, bro.
No, thank you.
100%. All right. This next video, or actually, hold on. This one right here. Oh, actually, no. We're gonna do this one. Okay. This video, I'm going to give some context because it doesn't really, give too much context. So, Drew Barrymore. You know Drew Barrymore, right?
No.
50 First Dates. The
woman?
Never Been Kissed. All that.
From the woman from 50
First
First
Dates.
Oh, yeah, I know who she is. Yeah.
Blended Family, all that stuff. Okay. Very renowned actress. Great actress. Sweet woman. Sweetest woman on earth. She's very spiritual, all that kind of stuff. She posts a video. Okay, she posted a video of her running in the rain and telling people to be free, live life. And for some reason, some idiotic woman gets on here and says that is racist.
Huh?
We'll go ahead and play the video. All right? We'll go ahead and play the video.
Excuse me.
You know what I mean? I don't want to misinterpret anybody, so I will let her words speak. So Drew Barrymore, doing her thing, having a good time.
You and I both know that you are capable of enjoying the rain and frolicking freely without filming it and then posting it to TikTok. Now, you've just co-signed, okay? You've just co-signed at least 3 million, 8.5 by 11 front and back people who just go out of their way to disrespect and dismiss the boundaries that Black creators have set. And now you're one of those people. So, I guess my question would be, why? Why is it so important to all of you to treat us like we don't matter?
Ugh. I'm confusion.
Same.
What part of that was racist?
What part of that is putting Black people down? What part of that is crossing Black creators' line that they have set? What is that doing to harm the Black creator? It's funny because me and him actually talked about ethnicities and how much percentages we are of stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and you said you're 66% Black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm about 54% Black. So, is that offensive to you, Rig4, as a Black creator?
No.
It ain't to me.
Why would it be?
Why would Drew Barrymore running in the rain stop me and him from our success? Why would I see Drew Barrymore running in the rain telling me to be free hold me back systemically in the world? How is Drew Barrymore running in the rain holding me back from doing better in my job? How does Drew Barrymore running in the rain affect me against my status and relationships with people in the world?
Is there something I'm just missing? Did we unlock rain frolicking yet? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Apparently
we haven't unlocked it yet. Is that what's going on?
Apparently, Black people invented the DLC of running in the rain, and because a white person's doing it, they like, nah, nigga, you didn't unlock that DLC yet. You can't do that.
Only we allowed to frolic in the rain.
Only we allowed to do that. Like, bro, I'm telling you, man. To me, sometimes I'm embarrassed. You know what I mean? At the Black community sometimes. Because it's like you guys will get victim over a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's insanity too. I'm like, bro, as being a Black man myself, there has never been anything holding me back from doing anything. Has there ever been anything holding you back from doing what you want to do, Rig4?
In some instances, yeah. Not necessarily like I wasn't like allowed to do things, but like opportunities were just a bit harder because of that, right? And we've already talked about it where like in the Marine Corps, like I wasn't allowed to do certain opportunities because it was dependent on my leadership, and they also said racial things that like, yeah, we're not gonna like push your package forward because of you're Black dude and stuff like that, right?
Okay,
so
okay.
Like yes and no, right? Like, would I say like I can never do anything ever? Fuck no. Like that's impossible for me to be like, because I'm Black, I can't do what I want. But it does sometimes make certain scenarios more difficult, right? But I can't say I'm ever like held back or stopped or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And it's like a fair point to you where it's like definitely not frolicking in the rain or, you know, I think it's just like a mental chain that like a lot of the Black community has where they're like, oh, you know, we can't do anything because, you know, white people got whatever, right? And I do believe in systemic racism being a problem, not being a hindrance. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, it's like you say, dude, like we like as a very dark individual, you walk around, you're presented as Black. Yeah. And from there, when you see other Black people doing shit, you're like, God damn it, dude, this
Yeah,
motherfucker
yeah.
pissing me off because there's
They're
been
perpetuating
Yeah.
the stereotype that I am trying to get rid of. Like, look, I agree with that. I agree that, you know, systemic racism is a problem, but I don't think it holds anybody back from anything. I really don't. Because the thing is sure, say you don't get an opportunity because you're black. All right, whatever. But that does not mean that there is not another avenue to go
exactly.
down. That doesn't mean that that is holding you back from just changing course and doing something else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they feel like, oh, I can't do X, Y, and Z. They said it's because I'm black. I can't do anything now.
Yeah.
And that is the mindset that I am trying to change. I'm not saying that that scenario that you gave doesn't exist. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there is opportunity. It's not holding you back. They can tell you that, oh no, I don't want you in this position because you're black. They can say that all you want, but then you just change course and do something else, and that your success keeps rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's nothing that just because that track ended doesn't mean you can't just change track and go do something else.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing in the system holding you back from doing that.
Yeah.
And having that mindset and that ideology. You know, and that's what I'm saying is like, bro, there is nothing holding you back. Nothing holding you back. You think it is because the white dude told you, oh no, I can't give you this position because you're black. You think that it's holding you back. No, you just change course and you move. And you continue on. There are other things to do. There are other opportunities out there for you.
Yeah.
And you make those opportunities.
And that's to the point of like, it may get difficult, but it doesn't mean it's impossible and you can't do it. You know what I mean?
100.
And like I said, you know, it may hold you back from a particular opportunity, like I was saying, and that like you're saying, you know, it doesn't completely hold you back to the point where you can't do anything. You know? And I think that's like a lot of what people with just straight up victim mindset need to get through their fucking head, you know, because it could be really anyone. Like, I can't do this because I'm a woman, because I'm black, because I'm Asian, whatever, yada yada yada. And it's like I tell this to my own children, right? I've banned the phrase "I can't," right? It doesn't matter what it is.
And that's a good thing to do.
It doesn't matter anything in life, any fucking thing. Even if she was like, "I can't fucking pull the moon out the sky," I'd be like, no more, I can't. You can't fucking, I'm not allowing you to say that.
Yeah, right? you can go learn science and astrophysics and learn how to fucking do that if you want to.
Something, you know, you need to figure out a solution, not a reason why you're not capable, right? Because you are capable.
Yeah.
And so that's like the thing of, I'm getting at, where to say I can't is just a fallacy that whatever you believe in your mind is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? And for you to say like, oh, I can't do this, well, then you're right. But if you were like, I can do this, then you're right. It doesn't matter what it is. It just depends on which one you pick.
Yeah. And that's like I said, I know we had a conversation about that, you know, after one of our filming sessions, we had a conversation about that. And I that's why when this video kind of was sent to me, I thought, I was just so like, what the heck? Because, you know, they wanted our thoughts on it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And that's why I wanted to do this video, because to me, I think, you know, we should give our opinion on that as being black creators, as being black men. We look at it like, dude, there's nothing holding us back from our success. Like, sure, are there roadblocks? Yeah, but I think everybody has roadblocks. And I've said it before on this show, man. White people want to be black more than black people want to be black. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I mean? That's why you see niggas in Malibu talking about, oh, yeah, dog, what's up? Da, da, da. You know what I mean? Them niggas buy rap albums more than black people buy rap albums, bro. Like, what are we talking about? You know, Malibu's most wanted, like that movie perfectly encompasses like a lot of white dudes, bro. Right. You know, they want to be black so bad, bro. Eminem made it cool to be a white guy that portrays black. Ever since that in the late 90s, ever since Eminem got on the scene, late 90s, bro, white people have been wanting to be black more than black people want to be black. It's just the way it is, bro. Because and then they try to sit there. Oh, but that's because they can just like take off their black, facade and be white again and all this stuff. No, bro. They purport themselves a certain way, and people are gonna perceive them that way. All right. If a white person sits there and sees that white person trying to be black and all that kind of stuff, that's how they're gonna see them. They're gonna be like, wow, you're just a little hoodlum and this and that, bro. Like they're not gonna sit there and be like, oh, well, you're still white, so we're still gonna give you the opportunity. No, bro. No, how you represent yourself is how you are treated in society. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, that is why representation matters so much for your personal self. How you walk out of the house, how you present yourself, how you speak, how you talk to others, how you portray your personality and who you are to other people matters. That's why that matters. If you're walking around like a little wankster and all this shit, whether you're Asian, whether you're Mexican, whether you're white, doesn't matter. That's how you're going to be treated. You see Asian dudes all the time walking around, sagging pants, acting like they're black and all that stuff, bro. And what do? They get treated like that. They don't get treated like the Asian kid. No. Why? Because all their friends are black. But that's what I mean, though. It goes to say that when you portray yourself as something, that is how society then treats you.
That's a little bit different because definitely I would say white people get away with more shit than black people, regardless of how they act. They are taken less seriously in the fact of like them acting like that wankster, whatever, yada yada yada. They're like, well, you're not black, so you did something wrong, and you just need to be straightened out, But with black people, it's more like that's your nature, that's natural for you. We got to get you killed, you know what I mean? And I think that's just a different conversation really than what's going on here with the like being held back by whatever that chick was doing and like the limiting beliefs that black people have, I think it's just a different topic really.
Yeah, it is. Look, we won't get into that topic today. I'm just saying, I mean, I just look at it like it's kind of crazy to me, but that's fine. We can dead it there. All right. This video had my blood absolutely boiling. This video right here. Okay. I say it all the time on the show. You need to be the type of man, right? You need to be the type of man that no matter if your girl is in your life or not, your life doesn't change. Okay? Whether that girl is in your life or not, your life does not change. And this is the reason why I say that. All right? This is the exact reason why. Because you'll be this loser.
No, Matt, I've already moved on.
Like, what are you doing right now?
I'm alone.
Cap. Anyways, fit check.
Yeah, it's
there are no caps in my raps, baby. I'm
sad
sorry
reality.
to say it, like everything that I say on this mic is true, bruh. You need to be the type of man that whether she is in your life or not, you are the same dude, bro. You're the same. Life just moves on. If you got a girlfriend, then it's cool. You're still on your life path, focusing on your business, focusing on what you're doing, focusing on being that better man. And if she decides to break up with you and leave, cool. Bye. And you're still on your business, because if you're not, you're going to look like that guy. You're going to be that guy. They're going to be, her and her new man are going to be laughing at you.
Yeah.
And he's going to go clap her cheeks.
Yeah. I mean, I can't understand the mindset behind this crying, carrying on, yada, yada, yada. And I get it. It's probably pandering to the idea that women have empathy in their body. That they care about
women
you.
have sympathy. They don't have empathy.
Right. Yeah.
Women will never be empathetic to a man's life because she doesn't understand how hard a man's life is.
Yeah. And that's what I'm getting at.
I have a video for that too. We're gonna show that after you go.
Yeah, you go out there and you're like, oh, if I explain it or if I tell her my feelings or yada yada yada, she's gonna care. When women say exactly what they don't fucking mean, and then they just go based off whatever they fucking feel. You know
100%.
And that's why she's like, I'm alone. She lied directly to you. She lied directly
in your face.
Right in your face.
And then homie was like, Cap. That's why he said that.
Yes. Because she knew, like,
yeah,
this motherfucker gonna start crying if I say anything else.
Yep.
I'm alone, even though I'm about to get reamed in the other room. And then he's like, brother, I have to do this to you.
Oh, 1,000.
It's a canon event. Cap. I'm about to beat her cheeks off the wall in the next room.
Yep.
And you are on the phone crying. And she probably left the phone on as she got her cheeks clapped just to fucking put that insult to injury, because for her it's fun, it's whimsical, it's
That's crazy.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
Fun and whimsical's wild.
Dude, I'm telling you, they just want to have, like, the song writes itself, dude. Girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm just a girl. That's their excuse.
Yeah.
I'm just a girl.
Damn. Yeah.
Whatever. You know, they never say what they mean. And they just go off of whatever's the funnest thing to do.
Oh, 100%.
So it's like,
100%.
you know, why be surprised? Like, you spent all that time crying, yada, 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 and I'm not saying it doesn't hurt. What I'm saying is like, bro, would it hurt that much if you had fucking money to sleep on?
Yeah.
If you had a fucking Benz to go drive after? If you had a fucking boat to go fucking speed around on? Probably fucking not.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
You need to be that guy where your life does not change whether she's in it or not, bro. Yeah. You need to have that mindset as a man in 2026. I cannot say it enough. You need to have that mindset. If you don't, women are going to laugh at you, bro. Laugh at you. Anytime I'm dating a woman, when she comes into my life and, you know, we're talking, doing our thing, whatever, we're dating, and then, you know, and he's seen it. He's seen it where I was dating a girl, talking to her, everything was fine, and, you know, shit just didn't work out, kicked her to the curb, and I just moved on. I'm not calling her, I'm not texting her, I'm not doing all this bullshit. No, bruh. And I showed him the text messages and everything. He didn't sit there and see me crying and whining and all. What did I text her, Rick, for? What did I text her?
Basically just told her, like, you kind of suck, dude. You probably should communicate a little bit better, and we're done from here, you know? It was pretty short, cut and dry, you know what I mean? I'm paraphrasing, but it was just one of those things where, like, it was very, like, you're not reciprocating, you didn't communicate. You know, if I'm, you know, we're clearly not compatible. Let's just fucking not do this anymore.
And there's no caps in my raps, bro. I swear to God, this show has just been a vindication fucking sweep for you, boy. All right.
Yeah.
Everything that I say on the show, I'm giving you 100% proof, and I'm gonna keep doing it because I always say women have sympathy, not empathy. They will feel bad for you, but they will never understand how hard a man's life is. And it's because they live life on easy mode. Oh, and you don't believe me? Oh, you don't believe they live on easy mode?
Fun and whimsical.
Okay, cool. I'll let a woman tell you how easy women's life is. All right?
Why do girls like going out so much? Why do they go to the clubs and stuff? Because girls can go out with $0 fucking and get wasted without having to pay a dime. And they don't have to pay for a drive back. Someone will buy them an Uber. Some guy in the club will buy them an Uber. Someone. They'll probably end up getting fed as well with $0. All they had to do was get cute. Stop complaining.
She said stop complaining.
Fun and whimsical.
She's absolutely said stop complaining because she has no idea of empathy. She doesn't understand. And this is most women. This is most women right here. This is their thought process. It's why hundreds of thousands of women all across America go out to bars. It's why women in the buttfuck of Kansas go to Miami, or they go to New York, or they go to LA. They come from the buttfuck of nowhere to come to these places, and they have no money. No money at all. They just get cute. And they do this. Because the thing is women live a life that is so easy in 2026 because they don't have to do anything. So they look at a man's life and they're like, why can't you make $130,000 a year? Why can't you make $1 million a month? Why can't you do this? Why is it so hard for you, Rig 4? Why can't you make $1 million, Rig 4?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're sitting there just like, bitch, I get it out the mud every single day. I got to claw my way out of every single trench. But you don't understand that. You don't see that. the mindset that he and I have, we didn't just have this mindset. That we weren't just instilled with this mindset. No, we had to talk to people. We had to learn from mentors. We had to hone our craft. We had to get into a certain position. Like, we had to get 30 years old to realize a lot of this bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, men are made, women just are.
Yeah.
And that comes from a great book. I'm trying to remember the name of the book. Oh Lord, I cannot remember the name of the book off the top of my head right now. I am so sorry. It is oh shit. Why can't I remember the name of I'm so mad I can't remember the name of the book. Go ahead and give your thoughts. I'm gonna look up this book.
Okay, yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's like she said, you know, there's women in the comments talking about like, yeah, same, yeah, absolutely, you know, and it really it's
the rational male. That's
okay.
where that saying is from. Women just are, or men become, women just are. The Rational Male. Great book.
Yeah. I'll have to look into that because I haven't heard of that book.
That's a fantastic book. I ain't gonna lie to you. There are probably like 3 good books that I could really recommend. Rational Male is one of them. There are like 5 books of it, or 4 books, something like that. I've read 2, and they detail very, very well women's mindsets, how they date, all that stuff. Another book that's great is, now the title is crazy, but it speaks a lot of facts. Why Women Deserve Less. That is a fantastic book, man. Now you hear the title and you're just like, oh my God, what do you mean? Why Women Deserve Less? Read the book. It cites studies, it cites all that kind of stuff. It is a great fucking book. Absolutely great book. Another book is called Lord of Mysteries. Lord of Mysteries is a wonderful fucking book. Lord of Mysteries talks about like cold approaching and walking up to women and how to make them feel comfortable and how to talk to them, how to get a girl on a date, escalating on the date, all that kind of stuff. Those are 3 good books that I think every man should have on their mantle, bro. Every man should have on their mantle. I have all those books on audiobook. And I listen to them almost religiously. I ain't gonna lie to you, because a lot of what I say is from those books, and they cite sources, they cite details, they cite other creators, they cite academia, all that kind of stuff, because they understand and realize that female nature has gotten exponentially more complicated and more crazy, and men are just not keeping up. Men are just not keeping up, and it's why this content, the whole red pill ideology content, is becoming so popular, because men are trying to figure this shit out. They're like, yo, what does she mean when she says this? Oh, she said that, but she did this. Oh, but, you know, she told me that she loved me and then she sucked this dude's dick. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, bro, they're trying to figure it out. And that's what I'm saying. We don't just come with this knowledge. We have to adapt this mindset. We have to figure this mindset out, and we have to learn it. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. And,
No, I mean, it just, yeah, it just really, it speaks to like the prior episode with the lady that was like, I just wanted to see what I could get men to do, you know? And it's all right, well, you know, especially when women are saying like, same, I never spent money at the bar, yada, 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 you know? And it's like, for women to get on on these apps and say like men are, you know, pieces of shit, you know, yada yada yada, and it's like, dude, literally there's countless encounters, examples, videos of women just living free, whimsical lives, and then they try to keep up with that, and then they just make men's lives a lot harder, you know what I mean? And it's like, why is it that we have these arguments of like, oh, you know, women are so oppressed and yada yada yada, but you go out and you're like, I can just do things for free.
Yeah.
Yay, you know, like men will spend hours, and this is what I was talking about kind of last episode of like, to work hourly is kind of, well, to work hourly for me is the second most grueling thing I would say a man has to go through, right? Plus, you know, women, that's a different topic. But I would say the first one is salary, because no matter how much you work and how much you improve your skills, you're going to make the same salary. I think that is like the worst way to earn money.
1,000.
But then with hourly, right, you have to trade time and physical energy and skill for the same amount of hourly pay. Granted, you can increase that by working more hours, but it's still just so physically demanding and grueling. And then for you to then like, say you make $30 an hour, right? You then have to work, let's say, about 3 days, I think it is. About 3 days to make the $500 that this lady was talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you lose it all because this woman was cute. You lose $500 because you spent 3 days earning that for yourself, and then you lost it all on a woman that was cute.
In an hour.
In 1 hour.
Probably not even an hour, man. Probably like a couple minutes.
Yeah, probably in less than 10 minutes. You know, maximum.
And to go to your point of the whole working salary and working hourly, I think it goes right perfectly into this video.
Yeah.
Right perfectly into this video. So we're going to play this for you guys right here. Oops.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. I think it was last episode or an episode prior of a gentleman that was talking about, like, his wife has terrible spending habits. You know, she's a little bit too whimsical, yada, yada, yada. One, that's just kind of how women are. They're very whimsical with anything, right? I'm just a girl. I just want to have fun, yada, yada. And then two, on the opposite end, I was like, he's just being a little too fearful where, like, yeah, investing is smart. And that's also what, and I don't really watch Andrew Tate too often, but I do think he has some good ideas, right?
Yeah,
and
he does have some good takes that you can really take away from.
And that's what I'm getting at is, like, what I was talking about with the entrepreneurial mindset is a direct reflection of what you get out of it is what you put into it. And if you are like, oh, it's a waste of time, it's a scam, it's yada, 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 that means you're not putting enough into it. You're not believing in yourself enough because no one else makes it happen for you other than yourself, right? And I'm talking about the men because any woman entrepreneur is just learning from a man and copying what men do, but whatever.
1,000.
The idea is for you men, if you're like, oh, it's a scam, you know, yada, 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 whatever, right? You are putting more faith in the idea that something won't work than faith in the idea of I will make it happen, right? And that's why, for me, I couldn't be happier being an entrepreneur, right? That doesn't mean that every single day is cupcakes and rainbows and I do whatever the fuck I want. It means that a direct reflection of my life as it currently stands and as it will stand is based upon how much work and of myself I put into what it is I'm doing, right? And you can't copy and paste that anywhere else in any type of workforce other than that entrepreneur mindset, you know? And that's what Andrew Tate's getting on is, like, instead of fucking crying because she said I'm alone and he's like, cap, right? You need to be like, fuck it, you know? I'll go make more money and I'll have another one of my options come over and you'll be replaced. You think Cav goes home and or Clavicular, whatever his name is, goes home and is like, dude, where are you at? Are you by yourself? Like, what's going on? No. He fucking looks Max. He fucking whatever the fucking he does for money. I don't know what he does for money.
Maybe he just streams.
Then he streams. He gets fucking back on the grind, and then he just goes choose another fucking option. And that's That's what we're getting at, you know?
mean, it goes back to what I say. You need to be that guy, that same guy, whether she's in your life or not.
Exactly.
It always goes back to that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never going to get off of that saying. Like, I'm going to fucking TM that goddamn saying because it's the truth.
Yeah.
In 2026, even what he's saying goes to substantiate my argument of you need to be the same guy, whether she's in your life or not. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
You're that same entrepreneurial guy. You're that same breadwinner guy. You're that same whatever. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you're working an hourly job, you're working a salary job, or you're an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter. You are that same guy, whether she's in your life or not.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
And you got to really don't even just like look at like hourly salary, entrepreneur, like hourly rate. The idea of like what you make an hour is a death trap. You know what I mean? It's how easy is this money obtainable by me? Someone with my skills, someone with my determination and willpower. How easy can I get this money back, right? For the people that it's like $500, I can make that in, a couple hours. It's easy, right? The idea is it's easy. It's not the amount of time spent. It's how easy it is. So, of course, for them, they're like, if I made $500 a minute, I would spend $500, probably not on a woman, but like I would spend $500 a lot easier and with a lot less hesitation than if it took me 3 days making $30 an hour to make that $500, and then I got to worry about bills and then spending another 3 days trying to make that money back and stuff like and things of that nature. So that and then for a woman to get on the internet and brag about like I do nothing, and I just come back with $500.
Crazy.
She's got a better entrepreneurial mindset than you do.
Facts.
And she's just being fun and whimsical.
Facts.
Stupid.
Man, that is so fucking true.
Yes. Yeah.
She has a more entrepreneurial mind than you guys do.
Yeah.
Because whether your stupid ass is in her life or not, she's the same woman.
Same woman.
She just moving and grooving, bro.
Damn.
While you're over here crying on her phone, and homeboy's like, Cap. He's not by herself.
Yeah.
Fit check. Like,
Yeah.
bro.
Yes.
And you over here crashing out on her phone.
Yep.
Come on, man. All right. Look, man, we talked about a lot of shit. You guys let us know what you think about it in the comment section, bro, of all the videos we've gone through, the exposés and all that stuff. Let us know, man. Let us know. Try to debunk us, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think we spit nothing but facts on this damn show, bro. I do.
Facts.
People, look, my thing is you're gonna hear this and you're not gonna like it. You're gonna be upset and mad, like, oh no, that's not true. But at the same time, bro, it's facts. And I've shown you proof of every single thing. Like, I'm not gonna sit here. There's just no caps in my raps. I'm sorry to say it. There just isn't. Everything that I get on this mic and talk about, it's real shit. It's real shit. And when I give you guys advice, it's real shit. Like, we are not out here just, these like a lot of people say, oh yeah, men shouldn't have mics because they're just saying a bunch of lies. Like, nah, bro, I'm showing you real time that it ain't lies. I'm showing you real time that these are things that actually happen. I'm showing you real time that what we say about certain situations, it's true.
Facts.
It's facts. So, all right. You guys let us know what you think about it in the comments. We're going to hop through announcements, and then we're going to get right on into our scenarios for today. We're only going to have a few because I know he's got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Get that exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show, like these lovely people did for today. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys have absolutely been killing it. I appreciate all the support you've been showing. If you want to follow us, or if you want to support even more, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. Follow our boy Michael over here at MikeLife333 on the screen there.
Yeah, and I've always said, thank you guys so much for your support. All the videos you've been sending, all the DMs we get, we read them. We see all the comments and stuff like that, and that's what the show has kind of been like really taking off with is, all the scenarios and all the videos you send in and all the support, all the comments. We see that, we adopt, we grow every week with you guys in mind, and I just couldn't be happier to be here,
All right, man. Well, let's get into you guys' scenarios for today. Our first one is I had sex with my girl best friend who was in a relationship with one of my homies. That's crazy. All right, this goes back a couple years. One of my best friends was in a relationship with a girl from our group. I knew both of them individually long before they got together, and they dated for around 3 to 4 years. One weekend, she came over to my place. We had drinks, food, and eventually things got physical. I was single, vulnerable, and tipsy at the time, and she was one of my closest friends too. What started at that night slowly turned into a full-blown affair. She kept coming back, and for almost a year, we were secretly hooking up regularly. Whenever she was in the city, we'd book hotels, spend entire nights together, and experiment with all kinds of fantasies and kinks. It eventually reached a point where I was more involved with her physically than her own boyfriend was. Damn. Things fell apart when her boyfriend caught us kissing. After that, my friendship with him completely ended, as it should, I ain't gonna lie to you. Around the same time, she opened up about other cheating incidents. Apparently, besides her boyfriend, she had been involved with 4 other guys too. Oh, damn. And the craziest part was that all of them know each other. Wow, damn. Jesus. Eventually they broke up. Coincidentally, she moved into an apartment near my place, and we continued seeing each other casually. By then, we had turned into pure friends with benefits situation. She became someone I could call or visit anytime I wanted, and she was always down for it. No matter the hour, I'd go over, hook up, and leave. She kept inviting me back, and the cycle continued quite a while. Over time, though, things changed. I met a girl and slowly started distancing myself from her. Now I'm in a healthy relationship with somebody else, and that entire phase feels like a completely different chapter in my life. So, am I wrong for having sex with my best friend's girlfriend?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Bro, is that even a question?
Yeah, why was that the question? Yeah.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Am I wrong for that? Nigga, what are you talking about, bro?
Oh, God.
And then on top of that, it's like you didn't tell your homie, because look, I guarantee you knew that she was the type of girl that like messed around like that, that was messing with these other 4 guys. It wasn't just you that she was fucking on. I guarantee you she was just like, oh yeah, I'm texting Chad, oh yeah, I'm texting Tyrone, oh yeah, I'm texting Daniel, oh yeah, I'm texting Blake. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you knew all of this and you didn't tell your homie. You just smashed this girl and joined in the line. Like, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. Like, that is wild to me. Yeah, I would fucking hate that shit too. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if, like, it happened, you're like, yeah, you know what? Tell the homie, like, hey, she's no good.
Yeah.
Probably should just leave her. You know what I mean? Like, it just happened. It is what it is. Move on. Maybe you guys could work out the friendship, whatever, yada, 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 depending on how close you guys are.
Yeah.
But you were just like, yeah, I'm just going to let homie think that she's the only one and he's going to marry her and yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And you're like, and you want to ask, like, was that okay? Was that fine for me to do? Like, you're fucking stupid, bro. And I hope no one else becomes your friend until you fix that problem.
Man, dude. And honestly, man, it's crazy he's got a girlfriend. I see why he has a girlfriend, though, because he's probably that type of dude is just, very attractive with women. He knows how to deal with them and all that kind of stuff. Right. So it's probably why he has a girlfriend. But, dude, as a friend, you're an absolute shitty friend.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah. All right, man. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments. On to our next one. Sex drive low from girlfriend of 4 years. I'm a 21 male, and my girlfriend is a 21 female. Have been together for about 4 years. Will be 5 in November. As the title says, it feels like our sex drive has gotten really low. For reference, when we first got together, we had sex a lot, oftentimes 10 to 15 times a week. We have a beautiful baby boy together. He's 22 months old. Hopefully she didn't put him in an oven.
Right.
We both work and have jobs, but we usually have the same days off. But recently, it seems like I am the only one that has the drive to do anything sexually in our relationship at all. We've had conversations about her being a little more active in our relationship, and she always says she will She will, and oftentimes it doesn't end up that way. I'm not sure what else to do. We haven't had sex in like 5 to 6 months, and I don't want to step my bounds, but I'm a man and I have needs. I don't intend on cheating, but if this is your idea of trying to convince me for more sex, I'm just gonna get bored, and it's not something I want to do. What should we do? All right, first off, nigga.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Because at the ripe old age of 21, my guy, your sex drive doesn't just get low. All right, that doesn't happen, nigga. At 21, I was busting nuts just off the thought alone of busting nuts, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, no. The thing is something must have happened in this, because you guys have been in a long-term relationship, 3 to 4 years. You said it was going to be 5 in November of this year. So what that tells me is that when she got with you, you were the guy that she wanted, and I think that you have changed into the guy that she doesn't want. And now you're this soft, pussified guy that's not on his business, that's not doing what he should be doing, that, oh yeah, fuck going to the gym, let's eat ice cream and hang out, babe. Oh no, I don't want to work on my business today. Oh no, I'll just work less hours. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have enough money for that. Oh, I can't take you to do this because of this. Bro, you're lacking in so many ways, and that's why she doesn't want to have sex with you. Like I've always said, sex for women is in their mind. They don't get turned on by the physical. They don't really care too much about that. It's in their head. It's what you do. And if you're that type of guy, I guarantee you in the beginning, you were that type of guy. You were a hard worker, go getter. You were that dude that was assertive, dominant. You were just tackling the fucking world. You get with this girl, and 3 to 4 years later, now you're just like, I'm lazy. I don't want to do nothing. Babe, let's just stay inside. And she's looking at you like, what the fuck? Go do something, bro. Go tackle the world. Start a business. Work more hours. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you used to be this go-getter guy. You used to be this guy that was just so take charge. And I thought that was hot. That got my coochie wet. That's why we were having sex 10 to 15 times a week, because you were that guy. But now you're not that guy, bro. You are not that guy. You are literally the type of dude that is just soft, doesn't want to do anything anymore. You're lazy. You're just like, nah, I'm not feeling it, man. Like, bro, that is what you become. And that's why she didn't want to have sex with you.
Yeah. The shortcut to all that is, dude, just cheat on her. Easy. It's easy. She's gonna get upset. She's gonna get pissed off, right? It's gonna rekindle the like, God damn, this motherfucker's got audacity. It's gonna kick in some excitement. Because what you're doing right now is you're giving her a pass to monkey branch, and then she's gonna end up cheating. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But if you cheat first, right? She's gonna be like, dude, what the fuck, Okay. And then the spike of adrenaline, the spike of emotions is gonna re-excite her, and then she's gonna want to fuck you again. It won't last very long. I'll be real. This is not by any means ethical, but if you do that, that's the shortcut, right? But in the reality, right, what you need to do, since you said you're not a cheater, right? You need to just upgrade yourself, right? It sounds like the core idea that I'm getting at is you're boring the shit out of this woman.
Yeah. Now, hold on. And sorry for cutting you off, but I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason being is because we talked about it early in the show. We talked about copy mate choice, right?
Yeah.
Where you look more attractive when there are other women attracted to you, right? And so, when he first said it, I was like, yo, hold up.
Stop it. Get some help.
I was like, yo, hold on, Rick Ford, that's crazy. But when I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. Now, look, don't necessarily cheat to the point where you go and sleep with another girl or anything like that. But show that you have options.
Yeah.
Show that there are other women vying for your attention. If you can do that, then I think that would get her to be like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Like, why is this girl texting you? Why is this girl talking to you? This and that. Oh, bro, because you don't want to give me any physical attention, or you don't want to give me that. So, like, bro, I'm just talking to these other chicks. Like, bro, I don't know why it is that you stop wanting to have sex with me. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, you show her you have options. You show her that you can move on and do that. And, she's going to sit there and be like, oh, then fine. We shouldn't even be in a relationship together. And you go be with those other girls.
Yeah.
You know, but see, I think he won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
And he won't be able to do that because of exactly what I talked about, where he's just not that guy anymore.
Yeah.
He's that lazy dude. He doesn't want to do anything. He's got no drive. He's got no, get up and want to go. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's all we're getting at is, like, you got
But
to
I
get
think you're
that
right.
social proof. It was wholeheartedly a joke. Obviously cheating is not going to be the answer, right?
No.
But, like, you show that, like, hey, dude, like, and not necessarily like, I went out looking. It was just like, other women find me attractive. I'm not out here putting out that, like, I want to cheat or something like that. It's just they started talking to me, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not trying to, like, set shit up with them, but they're attracted. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And then if you're like, oh well, since they're so entertaining, you go be with them, and it's like, all right, well, I mean, you don't fuck me anymore anyways. You're kind of annoying around the house. You know what, you have me sold. And then she's gonna be like, wait, I didn't know, because women will never say what they mean. You know what I mean? The moment she's like, go fuck someone else, she means stay right here and choose me.
Mhm.
But when you do that, stay right here, choose me, she's like, sweet, dude, I don't have to do shit.
Yeah,
fucking
she's like,
idiot.
got him.
You
And that's
know?
why we showed that Clav clip where she was just like, oh, I'm not going to be part of the roster. It's me or none. And he's like, cool, then it's none.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? Like, what? And then she's just like, okay, fine, add me to the roster.
Folded so quick.
Folded instantly.
Yep.
And you want to know why? Because she looked at it like, oh, shit. I would lose my opportunity.
Yeah.
I might as well just take the opportunity that's in front of me, because if I don't, I'm gone. I'm up out of
Fun
here.
and whimsical.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's all fun and whimsical.
So that's kind of what he's getting at with that.
Yeah.
Again, bro, the clips speak for themselves.
Yeah,
We
they
only
do.
speak in facts, bro. You want to call it hate speech all you want, bro, but it is facts, man. All right. Let us know what you think about it in the comments. We're going to get into our last scenario for today's show. So, went through girlfriend's phone. You never find anything good going through the girlfriend's phone, bro. You never find anything good. Yeah, man.
Should not have done that.
All right, I went through my girlfriend's phone videos. Since my last update, I decided to be quiet and not alert my girlfriend of what I found in her phone originally. After weeks of wondering, I decided to go through her phone again to see what I could find. When I went through her phone, I found videos of her with another guy.
Oh no.
Oh, damn, son. I was shocked but not surprised with how much time she spends apart from me. These videos finally give me some clear evidence and honesty. I feel like she wanted me to find them. Oh, she definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely did. She didn't bother to hide them. There was a video of a random guy recording her at the arcade, and then the biggest surprise, a video of them having sex. I couldn't believe it. In the video, she's riding him. When I went through her phone, it was while she was sleeping. I texted myself the videos and kept quiet. Once I left her place, I blocked her number and have been replaying the video since.
This man's a cuck.
Help me. Help me. Nigga.
What are you doing?
Oh, you know what? Hold on, Rig 4. Hold on.
Okay.
His villain arc is loading, okay? He's like, I need to get it so engraved in my mind that the sheer power and rage I feel from the video will fuel me into being that guy. That's what's happening. He's gonna and you've seen it. You've seen the videos where it's the forbidden pre-workout.
Okay.
You go to the gym and then they're like, yeah, she's probably, this is why she's fucking the other dude that she's fucking. And then he's like, oh, let me get this off my chest. You know what I mean? He's going for a PR and shit like that.
Okay,
it's the forbidden pre that he's using right now. That's what he's going for. And I guarantee that's why. Because he's like, I don't want to forget. I don't want to think about giving her a second chance. There's no way it's going to happen. And if I just replay this and engrave it into my mind, I'll just have this fuel burned into my subconscious to be that much better.
That is very true. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of dudes, and it's funny because I've talked about this with people, is that a lot of dudes, what they'll do is they'll like feign having self-respect for themselves.
Yeah.
Like they'll sit there and tell the girl off, oh, you hoe, oh, you this, you that, da da da. And then they're calling a whole girl talking about, oh my God, I miss you, and I love you, and I can't wait to see you, and da 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 da. And I'm just like, bruh. The fuck, man? You just undid all that. Now she's just laughing at you.
Yeah.
And it gives her that fuel of just like, oh, yeah, well, you were sitting there crying on my phone begging for me back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you look dumb.
Yeah.
You look mad dumb. You look stupid, bro. Hey. Ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous, bro. But yeah,
did he have a question? I didn't.
No, he was just you know, it just wanted our perspective.
Oh yeah, you're doing good. That you're playing a little rough with like watching the video over and over again.
Yeah, that's wild. I couldn't do that.
But you know, I mean, I think he understands that men are the greatest men are forged from pain, and he's trying to really put that into himself so he can become that better person.
Yeah.
I mean, good for you for, you know, braving up the opening of the phone and looking at the videos and finding that out, because she obviously, like, women will go through all types of length to fucking make sure they don't get caught for shit. So for her to have it just at the top of her camera roll, you're like, yeah, dude, she definitely wanted you to find. She didn't care. She probably thought you'd just be a little cuck boy and fucking stay there.
Yeah,
you know?
you would like it. You would enjoy her getting smashed out. Yeah,
but you know, that's it's good on you that you found it out and you didn't try to ask her for an explanation, right? I think that's like the biggest thing that like a lot of men get fucked up is like they try to ask her for an explanation and try to understand, and then you know, women just they don't say what they mean. 2, they use like manipulation tactics to frame it to where it's your fault, and then with your logical mind, once you start to see it, you're like, dude, it is my fault, which it is, but it's different when it comes from them, right? It's your fault because you weren't that dude that she could understand is like, I shouldn't fuck around with this man's time because it'll be a detriment to me.
Yep.
And so what she's saying, though, is it's going to be like, you're not worth it. And you're going to be like, yes, I'm not worth it. But that's not what it is, right? The idea is you need to upgrade from a I love myself perspective, not a like I'm worthless kind of perspective, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm getting at is like, you, to me, are already pretty much there. You had the idea of like, I have a lot of self-worth and I shouldn't be tolerating shit like this because you didn't even want to hear her out, right? You didn't let her worm her way back into your life. And you're also, you're giving yourself pretty strong emotional ties to the decision of leaving. So, yeah, I think you did good, you know?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. We definitely think like that's what a lot of men need to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of men, majority of men won't do this.
Yeah.
They will sit there and they'll whine and cry, just like that dude in the video where he was crashing out on the phone because he heard the guy's voice.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was like, "Oh, I'm by myself," and he's like, "Cap." And he's like, "Oh, that's most dudes, bro." And
he probably crashed out on the phone, and probably drove to her house and tried to crash out there too. And then he spent probably the fucking night in front of her porch, and you know, just shit like that, you know. And meanwhile, you're like, fuck that, dude. I'm gonna go upgrade my life. This is
100%,
perfect.
100%. But yeah, man. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys so much. We appreciate you guys watching and listening to the episode, all that good stuff. We're going to get the fuck up on out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I will see you guys on Tuesday for another episode. He will be back on Sunday with some more videos and all that crazy stuff. But yeah, man, hey, vindicated fucking episode. I ain't going to lie to you. Everything we talk about is the absolute fucking truth, and I don't want to hear anybody else say anything about it. But we'll see. We'll see if the losers of the world can try to prove us wrong with empirical evidence. You know what I mean? No caps in our raps over here, baby. All right. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Anything you got for the closing out?
Nope. Thank you guys so much. Glad to be here. I know the episode for us is running a little bit late because it's Monday, but for you guys, you'll see it on Sunday, so you won't know the difference.
Yeah.
But, you know, your boy was just busy yesterday doing the family stuff, so, you know, glad to be here. Glad to be telling you guys the truth, and, you know, thank you for support.
All right, man. We're getting out of here. We love you guys. Peace.
Peace.